Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Yeah, today I got off work a little bit early because I've been working overtime during the weekdays and even the weekends. Okay, so yeah, so I got off. I earned it, so I got off a little bit early. And let me turn on the heater. Getting a little bit cold. Okay. So today we're gonna talk about a lot of things. So we have to make things efficient a little bit. Okay. Uh, we're going to talk about, we have agenda here. We're going to happiness, and we're going to talk about friend and foe. We're going to talk about uh, kind of like it can be jealousy or discrimination, something like that. Okay. Okay. So happiness. What makes you happy? It has to do with something we talked about before. When kind of reminded me just before, just now. When do I feel cold? It's when the temperature, the heat comes out of me. Okay, if I touch this metal, ooh, it's because metal is highly conductive material. Okay, unlike this plastic foam or this plastic or air. Okay, so metal is highly conductive. Okay, and water also is kind of conductive in some degree, right? That's why you get water is fairly good conductor of electricity. Okay, so electricity, what is electricity? It's a movement of electrons. Okay, and also so this metallic object, they are good conductors of electricity, and also the objects that are good conductors of electricity are also good conductors of heat. What is heat? Heat is nothing but this vibrational energy of molecules, okay? And electrons take a huge part of that because electrons in metals, they're relatively free elements inside of metal, okay? So yeah, they transfer heat very easily. Okay, so good conductors of heat are also good conductors of electricity, vice versa. Okay, so this we talked about when we talk about heat, we talk about so when we the sensation of coldness is when our skin loses heat, the temperature change from our normal body temperature, was it at 98 or something? I don't know. Uh, the temperature in on our skin goes down. That's when we sense this sensation of coldness from our neurons. We have this heat sensor on our skin, neurons. Okay, nerves. All right. So hardness, yeah, it's same thing. When our skin gets hotter, that's when we feel hotness. It's all about change in the temperature in our body. Okay, if you touch this, it doesn't. This foam doesn't. It's poor conductor of heat. It doesn't change. It has high heat capacity, meaning it's not easy to change the temperature of this plastic. But metal, it gets hot very easy, get cold very easy. It cannot contain the heat very well. Okay, that's why good conductors are poor insulators. Okay. Um, all right. So yeah, they're both valuable insulators. We use it for the coffee cup or our clothing. They're insulators. So we don't make it with metals. Okay. And good conductors, we use it in the heater, in the light bulb. Okay, so they have just different uses. All right. So happiness is this. What makes you happy? Probably money, power, and fame, right? Fame, you don't have to be a celebrity. Just good reputation, your popularity among people around you. When you go to supermarket, how well do they treat you? Or among friends, social circle, how popular are you? At work, in school, in your family, are you esteemed very well? Do they regard you as very worthy person, or do they ignore you? Do they dismiss you? So what's your social status? Okay, like people who you know, your family, your colleagues at work, your classmates in school, your friends in your social circle, how do they treat you? Do they treat you well? Do they respect you or do they disrespect you? Okay, there is in any of those groups, be it your family, your workplace, your school, or in some just random group, like in a supermarket, in a cafe, or in a club, in a bar, do they respect you or do they kind of dismiss you, disregard you, disrespect you? Okay, so that kind of your social status. Okay, it's kind of related to fame or reputation or popularity. Okay, they're all same concept. All right, it's different variation of size, scale. Fame is about national fame or local fame. Then you have statewide fame, local, citywide fame, statewide fame, then national fame, and then international fame, right? Yeah, it's like that everywhere. Business, you could be a sole proprietor, then you're a local businessman, then it could be citywide, then statewide, then nationwide, then international wide. Okay, the growth of business gets bigger and bigger. Politics, same, exactly same way. Okay, you see the pattern. Humanology is all about pattern finding, pattern recognition, pattern discovery, because that's what we are after. This metaphysical level that governs all this variation of physical reality. Okay, and one funny thing. When I speak English like this, I don't see myself as someone with heavy accent. But when I watch the pre-recorded, the recording of this, like next day, I'm like, wow, is my accent that thick, that heavy? So yeah, I would never know unless watch hear the recording of my own voice. Yeah, I then I realize I have a heavy accent. Okay, but when I just speak English like this, I don't feel I have accent. Okay, funny, well, something funny. Anyway, so yeah, politics. You have local politician, city politician, then state politician, then national politician, then you become president or whatnot. You become an international figure, right? So yeah, business was entertainment as well. You can be a local band, okay? You play in a bar, club, okay, which I'm a huge fan of. Yeah, I have many friends who are in their local bands. Yeah, great musician. Or actors, right? Musicians, actors, artists. Yeah, they all start local and then get bigger citywide recognition, statewide, and then nationwide and international wide. Okay, it's like this. Academia, you are a scholar. Yeah, it's always like that. Okay, you start small, get bigger and bigger, bigger. Life is same. No matter what industry you are in, it's exactly the same. Politician, businessman. If you are a pastor, preacher, philosopher, academician, like scientist, it's all the same. Okay, you start small, you grow bigger and bigger and bigger. You work your way up. Okay, getting bigger, bigger, more and more followers or fans or readers or buyers, customers, clients. Okay, voters. Okay, it's all the same. It's always the same. Okay, now So happiness, okay. So you want fame, you want meaning reputation, okay. Your popularity. How many people like you? You know, like Facebook or social website like Twitter, following and yeah, YouTube. How many views you get, right? So this reputation can be positive or negative. Okay, so a person's reputation is nothing but some of individual view. Reputation of X equals to view of U, view of X by Y, I over I. Is it too complex? Y I means person A, person B, person C, Y1, Y2, Y3. We just name it like this in the mathematics because it's for convenience, okay? Instead of A, B, C, D, we call it Y1, Y2, YC, Y3. U1, U2, U3, all different U's, okay? We just label it with 1, 2, 3. Okay, so how all these different people sees you? It is a view. Okay, you are. It's kind of awkward. Maybe we can call it. Yeah, which is just view. Okay, what's your? We can call it opinion. Opinion of this person, third person, about you. Okay, we sum it up. Some of them have negative opinion about you, negative view about you. Some of them have a positive opinion about you. I use the term view because it kind of related to the previous things we talked about. It's not exactly opinion. Actually, it's so influence is equal to view times power, right? If somebody very powerful sees you as have some positive opinion about you, then that has very huge positive impact, influence on your reputation. Okay, we'll stick with view. Okay, so we'll no, it's reputation. Your reputation summation. It's a scalar. Okay, so one dimension. It's a positive reputation or negative reputation. Okay. Um, we just call it small reputation. Okay. Or opinion, influence. We just call it opinion. Okay. Opinion. Opinion of x comma y is view x comma y times power of y. All right. So when you get letter of recommendation, if you get the letter of recommendation to apply for a new job or to school, you try to get an opinion from this letter of recommendation from somebody very influential, like a state senator or someone big, like big time CEO of some big company. If that person writes your recommendation letter, then it has huge influence, right? So that's what this captures power. Okay, power, and if that powerful person, or political endorsement, right? People want to get the candidates, political candidates want to get endorsed by some big group or some famous person. So yeah, power matters, okay? And that person has some very positive view, opinion about you, then you have huge influence. Okay, so that's what this captures. All right, it says power and but also a powerful person have some negative opinion about you, and then it may hurt you a lot. Okay, your reputation wise. All right, so uh, okay, so that's that. Okay, money, power, and fame. Money, power, and fame. So now let's define what is power. Power is this. Power of X is equal to sigma uh, uh, power of yi, where yi belongs to group X. All right. What is group X? It's this. Your fan group. It's youism. Let's say your name is John Doe, and you have group John Doeism group. Okay, so I'm gonna put on some blanket because you see me this already. Today is student tie. Okay, so it's September in Alaska, and it's getting quite cold, chilly nowadays. All right, winter comes earlier in Alaska. We're in Alaska, all right. So I am. So it gets chilly nowadays. Okay, so power. It's very similar to this reputation, all right? Reputation. Actually, I think power and reputation, they're equal. Money, power, and fame, right? Power and fame, that. Well, I can't take it back. We are not going to erase this because it's kind of it may be an incomplete equation, but it still is very illustrative. But again, we're kind of hand waving a lot of hand waving, like fumbling and stuff. But it's okay because humanology is something new. So we are like brainstorming, so it's totally fine. So yeah, your name is John Doe, so John Doeism. Okay, you have your followers. Okay, people who like you, people who love you, who people who are your friends, and you have also enemies. Okay, and so yeah, in that sense, power and because this is why is this incomplete? Because of this. Uh, plus sigma p, say zj, where zj belongs to your anti-group, the group of people who hate you. Okay, of course there are group of the third group of people is the people who don't know you or who kind of know you but who neither likes you or neither nor dislikes you. Okay, that's the third group. It's zero, so it's trivial. So we ignore that term. Okay, Well, just for the sake of completeness, plus P W I J K, where W K belongs to null group. People who don't know you or people who don't have any opinion about you. Okay? Well, yeah. So, this is always zero. Alright? So, it's a null group. So, you have group, your pro group, plus G, and you have anti group, minus G. Okay, so you are the center of the universe, and everybody's center of the universe. Okay, because in the universe, in the eyes of humanology, universe is the infinite. We don't care about Big Bang stupid theory. Okay. Yeah, it does make sense. Yeah, universe is expanding. You know, it's accelerating on the outer side, right? So there must be a single point if you go rewind the tape of this footage of history of universe. Yeah, single point. It makes sense, okay, but we don't care, okay, because we deal with something more than physical universe, all right? So, and Big Bang Theory, yeah, just expansion of universe. It does have some application in humanity. We can always make analogy like you start as a baby, but your influence start to expand, perhaps accelerate, okay, and as more and more people get to know you, so more because we don't forget, right? I mean, theory, at least in theory, memory is something permanent, right? So as you live longer and longer, probably more and more people will remember you, right? And they're not gonna forget you. Okay, some people will forget, but many people will not forget you. So as you live longer and longer, the number of people who have memory of you will increase. That's kind of like expansion of the universe, okay? Because in human space, every single dot of the human space is x, y, z or n-dimensional coordinate, Cartesian coordinate. Every dot of that space is a person, okay? And you are expanding your recognition set, okay? Whether they like you or not. So we just came up with another term, recognition set is nothing but the uh, union of G and minus G. Okay, that's your recognition set. Okay, recognition group. Okay, so in this universe, there are people who don't know you at all. Unknown. We are running out of alphabet. Okay, I should start learning some Greek alphabet. This are upper is let's say minus k. Okay, okay. People in the universe of all the people, the set of all people. These are the people who don't know you, who never met you, who just don't know you, who just don't know you at all. And these people, yeah, they know you. And you have minus G, the people who hate you, plus G, people who like you, and zero G, who neither like you nor dislike you. Okay? But they all know you, okay? And this minus K is people who just never met you, who don't know you, who really don't know you. They never met you, never heard about you, they never saw your picture, no nothing. Okay? Alright. And these people are probably who you just met. They don't know you enough to form an opinion about you yet. Okay? Maybe they saw you on a picture or on TV or whatever, okay? So they have just no opinion about you. And All right. So, but power probably is probably more than that, right? I mean, who is powerful? Yeah, somebody with a lot of name recognition, right? Yeah, somebody with positive reputation, okay, but somebody with a lot of money, perhaps, and somebody with very high social rank, okay, and perhaps somebody with a lot of knowledge, perhaps somebody with a lot of experience. Okay, so yeah, power is definitely a bigger concept than just reputation because reputation is just one small subset of power. Power have many components. Who's powerful? Yeah, reputation is just part of it. But if somebody has a lot of money, probably that I don't. I think everybody agrees that that person has more power than otherwise, right? And it kind of goes together too, right? It's not independent variables. If you are somebody's very famous, probably that person is rich. If somebody is very rich, probably that person is famous. Okay? And we can kind of unify those two aspects of power. Money is like this. Who is rich is, let's say, Bill Gates. Okay, so it's not just him. He and his subordinates, his colleagues, they came up, they programmed this operating system, right? Microsoft, Windows, back in the days, MS DOS, Microsoft DOS. I kind of forgot what DOS stand for. Um, I think I used to know. Disk operating system one. I don't know. Forgot. Okay, so yeah, or if you're Thomas Edison, again, it's not just him. His colleagues, his subordinates, his investors, his parents, his friends, families, his wife, his kids. Yeah, they all contribute. His mentors, his teachers, patrons, and yeah, they all contribute. But he worked very hard and he was diligent and smart. So he invented light bulb or camera. He invented many things, right? Like DC, direct current, electricity. He invented so many different stuff, right? And he and his subordinates and yeah, they work together, but he does deserve some credit, right? So, or Henry Ford, who came up with this assembly line to manufacture a car, okay, the Ford, right, in Detroit, the Motown, Detroit, Michigan, no? I've been to his museum, it's fantastic. So, once you invent something, and like iPhone, like who's that guy? The Apple Macintosh. The only Macintosh Apple product I have ever owned it was Apple II, back in the 80s, and I didn't own it. I co-owned it with my sister, and I didn't know anything about computers. My sister knew better. I just played video games in the computer. Okay, Apple II back in the 1980s, and what was his name? Wozniak and Steve Jobs. Steve Wozniak, Steve Jobs. Yeah, I have read the biography of Steve Jobs and also Sam Walton and biography of Bill Clinton. Okay, yeah, they have many many things that we can learn from. So yeah, I really enjoy their biographies. Okay, so uh, yeah, so you come up with So all this personal computer actually is not from IBM, it's from Apple. Okay, that's the very first personal computer. And then this, before that, computers are for the only big corporation or big government because it's expensive. But the first personal computer probably is by Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. And Steve Jobs is more like business person. It's Steve Wozniak who's more like a engineer, right? Back in their parents' garage, right? Yeah, so that's the start, beginning of the personal computer, and then uh, later on IBM, the International Business Machine. Yeah, they kind of joined into this market of personal computer. It was something, some very new idea. Computer being owned by us, average people, not by big company or big government, but by just regular people like us. It's a very groundbreaking breaking idea by Steve Wozniak and Steve Jobs. Okay, so then IBM, who used to manufacture just big computers for big companies or government, they kind of joined in later on. I think that's my recollection, and then Microsoft, Bill Gates teamed up with IBM and started to provide operating system for IBM, and that's the PC as opposed to Mac. Okay, so PC, you have Compaq, Hewlett Packard, Dell, Toshiba, Samsung. Now there's Microsoft as well. So there's PC market, and then there's another market called Macintosh. It's just Macintosh, Apple. And also there's third group, Linux, Unix. I used Linux and Unix when I was in undergrad as a computer science major. I love that system. Oh, it's a fantastic system. Okay. Yeah, Unix, Linux based system, and I used the language, computer programming language, Java, and we kind of diverting ourselves a little bit because we don't want to work and work. Come on, I'm a very laid back person. Okay, so anyway, so yeah, money, power has to do with reputation is just one component of your power, and there are many components of power. Second component would be money. How much money? So what is money? How do you become rich? It's like taxation actually. Okay, and so why is the president or these top government officials are so powerful? Because they tax you. Okay, so this is a food pyramid, right? Triangle. You're on top, apex predator. So you eat from everyone under you. That's taxation. That's like dictator, right? So you have this food pyramid, simple triangle. Okay, so humanology is very humble. Okay, so we deal with one-dimensional species, one-dimensional space, not species. We deal with the vector summation of just plus and minus. Okay, we don't quite deal with calculus yet. Just plus and minus, sometimes multiplication. Okay, like dot product, very elementary stuff. Okay, triangle. Okay, so what's the lesson of this? You have lion. Okay, apex predator, and you have rabbit. One lion, several rabbits, and you have plants. Okay, so as you go up the chain of this food chain, this ecosystem, okay, in this food pyramid, there are less and less of you. Okay, elites, eliticity. Okay, the degree of being an elite is a continuum. Okay, it's not like black and white. No, there's this degree. Super elite, minor elite, non elite. Okay, it's a continuum. It's a spectrum. Okay, so As you go up, there are fewer and fewer. It's elitism. You become more and more elitist. All right, eliticity. Okay, you as you move up the chain, you the fewer and fewer of you, so you become more and more elite. Okay, you increase the eliticity. Now, and you make more and more money as you go up. Why? I give you like 5 seconds, and actually I give you 5 minutes because we're gonna take a break. It's been more than 30 minutes. Okay, we're gonna take a break. Okay, we are back. Um, so do you have an answer to my question? Well, you may be more right than I am, okay, with your answers. Uh, in humanology, we take the viewpoint of Jesus, and we regard ourselves as all students. We are all students, and we are all teachers. We learn from each other, okay? And we teach each other too. All right. So, why it gets richer and richer up there? Because let's even simplify this thing, okay? You have lion and two rabbits, okay? This guy eats both two rabbits, all right? So that's why lion is richer than a rabbit, because lion has two rabbits as opposed to just one rabbit. One rabbit owns itself. Lion owns two rabbits. Okay. The higher you get on top of the rank, the more subordinates you have. Because look at this lion. Everything below him is under his possession. Okay, so I mean it's not exact analogy because lion does not eat plants. Okay, but let's say this lion happen to be omnivorous like us humans. Okay, we eat meat, we eat plants, everything, we eat everything. Okay, so everything under us is our possession. Okay, so but rabbit only owns plants under them. Okay, they don't own lion. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of a broad overview of this ecosystem, metaphysical ecosystem. Okay, they collect taxes. Rabbit collect taxes from plants. Lion collect taxes from rabbits and plants. It's cumulative. Okay, so that's why as you go up and up, you get richer and richer because all this taxation it gets concentrated to single point or a few points. Okay, it's also kind of like the concept of pressure or pound per square inch. Okay, why is knife so powerful? Because it's pointy. It's very or pin or needle or nail. Why is it so powerful? Because or bullet point because it's very pointy. So uh, let's say you have this two objects of equal weight. Okay, you have two objects of equal weight. One look like this and one look like this. They have equal weight, equal density, and equal weight, equal mass. But this one is more powerful. Why? Because it has more pressure. Pressure is equal to force over surface area. Okay, it has a very pointy, very small surface area. That's why it has a lot of pressure in there. Okay, that's the principle of pressure. That's why knife, rather than a blunt object, can cut your skin, or it can cut meat. It can cut bread. You cannot cut meat or bread with this pen like this. It has to be pointy, right? Yeah, that's so we are unifying again this magic of humanology. Okay, unifying the physics concept of pressure and elitism and ecosystem in biology. Okay, we're combining everything here. Okay, so that's what we are up to in humanology. Okay, and Man, this season is changing, so my body's having hard time. I'm old, having hard time adjusting to this temperature change, and so let me see. Uh, so oh, sorry. Uh, okay, so um, oh man, this zipper in my old jacket is kind of misbehaving now. Okay, this is a very old jacket. I got it from the thrift thrift store and then washed it several times, so the zipper is not working very well. Maybe it's time to buy a new used jacket in a thrift store. Whatever. Okay, so it's taxation. It's like, and it's not just government. Again, taxation of government is just one instance of a more general phenomenon, more general concept level. Okay, it's nothing but an instance, an example, manifestation of more generic metaphysical, generic concept of metaphysical taxation. So governmental taxation is just one example of that. What is metaphysical taxation? Is this someone who is higher in this food hierarchy, metaphysical ecosystem, metaphysical pyramid, ecosystem pyramid. You're a predator. You predate on, you prey on lower species. Let's say Microsoft, Bill Gates. People who are under them are us with inferior knowledge about computers, of the programming. Somebody with superior knowledge, yeah, they sell some product and we buy them. Like Steve Jobs, he have this invented this. I mean, I'm just simplifying things, okay? He and his subordinates, his colleagues, yeah, they invented Apple iPhone, and then people buy them because it's something superior. They are not capable of manufacturing iPhone. Can you? I can't. So we pay them tax. Okay, so it's just like as if he's the president or some federal government, state government, because we are not capable of protecting ourselves. So we have police, government employees. So we pay them because they are stronger than us. Okay. We have military, right? They have cannons and jets and ships, warships and atomic bombs, and we don't have that stuff. Okay. Yeah, military is necessary. I don't discount that. Military is necessary, but I'm against arms race. That's what I'm saying. It's counterproductive, and it promotes hostility between nations. But yeah, we should be able to protect ourselves, and we do need strong military. But we should not overspend money, taxpayers' money in military, and that's what Donald J. Trump and a lot of Republicans are doing. I'm against that, okay? But we do need strong military, but we should not overdo it. That's what I'm saying, okay? Yeah, so we cannot build atomic bomb, but government can, because federal government can tax 1 cent, $1 from everybody. We have what, 300 million people, so we pay, say $1 for military maintenance, and suddenly this federal government has $300 million, because there are many of us, 300 million people in America, something like that, something in that range. So we pay $1 each, and suddenly federal government has $300 million, $1 each of us. Okay, so it's something very useful and something very powerful. It's something good. Otherwise, how can we build atomic bomb? It takes a lot of money and resources and brain power. We have to hire all these scientists, nuclear physicists, and all this plutonium, uranium. We have to purchase those raw material and then refine them and manufacture them. It takes tons of labor, tons of resources. Yeah, it takes $300 million to build an atomic bomb, right? I don't know what the price is. I'm just giving you illustration. Okay, I have no idea. I have nothing to do with that stuff. Okay? I was just an electrician when I was in the army. Junior enlisted soldier working on electronics. I have nothing to do with nuclear physics and nuclear stuff. Okay. Okay, so I'm just giving you a rough idea. Okay, so yeah, so we are talking about reputation. No, we are talking about money, riches, wealth. Okay, it's about this. Okay, you get on top, you sell products, or you tax somebody, and fame, reputation is exactly the same way. Okay, what am I taxing to be a famous man? I give you like 10 seconds for this. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna give you 5 to 10 minutes for this. We're gonna take a break, okay? So to be famous, what are we taxing metaphysically? Analogy, okay? Make some connect the dots, all right? Make some analogy. Okay, we are back. One trick I learned from my friend is that when you kind of feel like catching a cold, I just take the Dayquil, generic brand, and then it's gone. Okay, so I kind of felt cold probably because I was the initial stage of this cold, common cold, and yeah, I took the liquid gel, two of them, and now I feel better. Just nip the evil at the very beginning, then you're good. All right. So, what's your answer? What was the question? I kind of forgot. Okay, fame, reputation. How would you connect the dots? How would you make an analogy between this money, taxation, and fame? If you're famous, what are you taxing? What's your answer? Should I give you another 5 seconds for it, or memory space in your brain? Okay, so your brain is kind of like computer hardware. You have the short-term memory, which is like the memory chip. Okay, short-term memory, right? Then you have long-term memory, which is like hard disk, the C drive. Okay, do you understand? Memory is you turn off the computer, you pull the power plug, and you take out the battery of your laptop. The short-term memory, that memory chip, is gone. Okay, it doesn't get restored because it's electronic. It's not magnetic. Okay, but I know this because I majored in computer science. Okay, so but C drive, that's magnetic. That's permanent storage. When the power goes out, it's still there because it's magnetic. Point to the north, south, east. Okay, whatever. It's like 0 and 1. It's either point to this direction, north or south. Okay, zeros and ones. Okay, isn't it amazing? The world can be expressed with only zeros and ones. It's like light and darkness, light and absence of light, 0 and 1. Turn on, turn off the light bulb. Because think of a color. It's RGB. Okay? I want to give you some computer science kind of lessons here. Okay, RGB. If you majored in fine art, or if you studied fine art, you know that this RGB and red, green, blue, or red, yellow, and blue. Red, green, and blue is more like light. It's about color of lights, like and RYB is red, yellow, and blue. They are the more like, this is more metaphysical level and this is more physical level. It's more paints. Actually, you draw something with like oil painting or watercolor painting. You only need red, yellow, and blue paint. Everything, all the other colors are nothing but percentage combination of these three colors. Green, for example, when you paint with the colored paint, with paintbrush and palette and your canvas and stuff, green is 50% of this, 50% yellow and 50% of red and 50% yellow and 0% of blue. This is green, definition of green. Okay, and that's the physical, like painting. In terms of light, like do you know what's the cellophane, this transparent plastic vinyl, which is that is colored? We used to call it cellophane. Okay, you have this colored plastic layer, and then green. I'm sorry, this is orange. Yellow and red is you, you combine those two is orange. Green is half yellow, half blue, 50-50%, and zero red. That's green, okay. But to make yellow, green and blue, I think it's this. If you 0.5, 0.5, and 0 red, this is yellow, okay. You have this plastic, let's say let's say sunglasses, okay. You have sunglasses that is totally yellow, I mean totally green, and another sunglasses that's just blue, and you overlap together, that becomes a yellow sunglasses, okay. Something like that. Okay, I kind of forgot the details. It's been like 3 decades since I 2 decades since I studied this back in high school in Korea. Okay, so yeah, Korean high school is very solid education system. They teach you these things. Okay, so okay, so uh, so how do you express this in computer science? What we do is we have this uh, either octal system or hexadecimal system where which is kind of condensation of binary system. Okay, so typical RGB, because we are dealing with the computer screen electronics, is about light rather than paint. Okay, so typical hexadecimal system is like you assign from 0 to 255, which is a 256 digits here, and 256 digit 256 numbers rather than digits. Okay, so for R and G and B, and this can be I think it's been very long time. Also, what is 256? It's 2 to the is this 16 times 16, so 2 to the 4th, 2 to the 8th, 2 to the 8th, 2 to the 8th. Okay, so it's kind of octal system where RGB. And yeah, this is time 2 to the 4th times 2 to the 4th, right? So I think this is correct, because 2 to the 4th is 2 to the 4th is 16. So which is from 0 to A, B, C, D, E, F. There's 6 of them, and 6 plus 9 is 15. So from 0 to 15, that's 16. So yeah, hexadecimal. Okay. So you go 0 to A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, so and you have 2 of them. So you have if you have FF, 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 this becomes 2. So your full length of red, green, and blue, it becomes white. Okay. What is black? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 becomes white and black. Okay, so that's the RGB number system that expresses color in computer screens. Is this standard? Okay, in computer science. So hexadecimal system is consists of 8 binary number digits. Okay, so you have hexadecimal 0 is equal to 0, 0, 0, 0, How many of them are there in the hexadecimal system? Hexadecimal system. I think like 2 to the 8. Gosh, it's been so long. I think hexadecimal system only have four digits. Okay, because 2 to the fourth, which is 16. Sorry. 2 to the 16. So you have 2 times 2 times 2 times. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's hexadecimal. Octal system is 2 to the fourth, and this quadruple is 2 to the 2. Okay, so hexadecimal system is you have 4 digits of binary numbers. Okay, and 15, number 15 is 1 1 1 1 in a binary system, and 15 is F. Okay, so 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 8. Yeah, that's 15. Okay, so that's hexadecimal system. And so as you can see, all this number system can be converted into binary system. It gets very long, but so any color in the universe, not in the universe, any color that you see on the computer screen, which is very close approximation of all the colors in the nature, okay, can be expressed with this binary number. Okay, just look it up. Okay, I'm covering a lot. So yeah, it can be expressed with 0 and 1. It can be very long, zeros and ones, but it can be expressed. Everything in the universe can be expressed with a very long string of zeros and ones. That's why this computer, your laptop, your cell phone can contain the universe. Okay, give me 1 second. Somebody's calling me. Give me 1 second. Okay. Hello. Hey, I'm very well, thank you. Okay. Okay, sorry. I got some phone calls from my friends, texting from my friends. So yeah, I have friends, you know. So sorry about that. So yeah, everything in the universe is contained in your cell phone, or you know, be it text message or the movie or picture, data. All those things can be. That's why cell phone is such a great invention in humanity, and I think it came from America or Europe. I don't know. Cell phone. What was the first cell phone? Well, smartphone is first one is iPhone, right? Then kind of like Samsung and all those other. Yeah, we can. They Motorola, they Droid, Palm Pilot. They kind of follow the suit, and so it's all the information is digital, right? Zeros and ones. Before that, we used to have analog, which is great technology, but digital tech it kind of replaced analog, and it's because it's just neater and cleaner. Okay, less noise. All right, so zeros and ones is discrete mathematics. Okay, it's like logic, Boolean logic. Okay. Um, so there's a lot for you to catch up if you are not following me. Okay. These are all keywords that you can look it up in your own time if you're interested to learn more about it. Okay. It's for free in the internet. Wikipedia, yeah, Wikipedia is great, and all other websites they're all good. Okay, so yeah, all information is stored with zeros and ones. So that's why we just need two numbers, zero and one, to express the universe. Okay, it will be very long, but theoretically, yeah, it is possible. All right. Why are we talking about that? I have no idea how we got there. My goodness. Ah, because nowadays in my workplace, work is kind of slow down a little bit. So I guess I have more energy to talk about this extracurricular activity. Okay, so but I'm glad it's God's blessing, God's gift that we have time and to talk about these other things. And actually, something. This is something that lasts. I mean, the kind of things that we do at work. It's kind of temporary things, right? It it just go away and over time, but knowledge is something permanent. It will last forever, over generations to come. Although we may disappear, okay, our future generation will pick it up and carry on the torch, right, and develop from it. And I'm lazy. I can write a book about this, and but I'd rather just talk. Why don't you write the book? Okay, I'm too lazy to write all this down. Okay, talking is easier than writing. I used to write a lot, but my goodness, we haven't even got started to talk about happiness yet. It's all preliminary stuff, man. Let's clean up the board. Okay. Let's clean up the board. Yeah, so 0 and 1 can express the universe. Okay. Oh my goodness, I just erased the agenda. Stupid me. I hope I remember. So yeah, it's just the single equation of the universal gravity. F equals 3 times m1 times m2 over r squared. It can explain every gravitational phenomena like rotation of the earth around the sun, or rocket going up to the moon and coming down back, and or as simple as an apple falling from an apple tree branch to the ground. Okay, or person jumping off the bridge to commit suicide and get rescued. Yeah, all this gravitational stuff, well, water flowing down the river and join the ocean, and going up and rain down. All these diverse phenomena can be expressed with one single equation. F equals G times M1 times M2 over R squared, right? Just like that, 0 and 1 can express the universe, including that equation of gravitation. Or your selfie photo, or a Hollywood movie, or some important top secret documents in the White House, between White House and CIA, can be all expressed in zeros and ones. Okay, so that's what humanology is after. That one single, very few concepts that can explain everything else. Okay, this finite set of 0 and 1, or RGB, finite set of equations that can express and explain everything. That's the goal of humanology, to find those finite set of things. Okay. So agenda, if I recall, happiness, friend and foe. What's the other thing? Jealousy and discrimination. Okay, so okay, we got it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I have a decent memory, although I'm kind of aging Asian ass. Triple A. Okay. So yeah, you're probably convinced by now that I'm an asset to this country. So don't kick me out, okay? I love America.